We have no music
What was
because
that?
I'm already battling the background noise of everything that transformed. So I can't do that. I have to tell you, first of all, good morning, everyone. I'm live from Transform in Las Vegas, and Jackie
Yes.
is not live from Las Vegas.
No. Jackie is live from Waco, Texas because wow, Vegas.
Because, so let's see. So far, there were arrests witnessed last night, so that was exciting. I'm not kidding. Now, were they HR people? I'm not real sure. But it was at the Stratosphere, so there's a good chance that they were HR people,
What do you mean?
right? So there were some people who went to a comedy show last night, of which I was one invited. And by the time dinner got over, I was like, "Good night, y'all. I'm too old. I can't handle this." And so other people went to the Stratosphere and so saw people get arrested, and so that welcome to Las Vegas. We
Right.
had some sloppy drunks last night at the tables last night as I was walking to my room, and that was always exciting.
Well, that's Vegas.
Uh,
But how many people were at Transform?
the number is somewhere between 3,000 and 3,500, so it's their most ever, which is great.
Wow.
I heard last year was like 2,600, something like that. So definitely they've grown.
That's awesome.
We are here at the Wynn in Las Vegas, and so the conference is here as well as where most people, I would say, are staying. So it's pretty good. Everything's kind of in one spot. How is it LinkedIn user Lex? Why can't LinkedIn? I don't understand.
Hi, LinkedIn user.
I
I
mean,
don't
Lex,
know.
what is the deal?
We always have
So
at
one,
least one LinkedIn user.
I don't understand. It's the algorithm of LinkedIn. It must change or something.
Oh, two
But
LinkedIn users. I'm
yeah,
kidding. I think it's
I
still
am
one.
spelling. I'm spelling the T because, quite frankly, people have. Jackie and I have, for all of you who don't know, we've been in Las Vegas. I mean, I feel like since Sinatra was here, like we just are here
Literally there with the Brat Pack talking about HR, and I'm
all
over it.
the time,
Over
totally
it.
over.
But
You could
now that
only
you know
write.
how exciting this is,
Well, we could only write Dean Martin up so many times for drinking on the job. I mean, that is like that poor
that's
man.
right.
His liver was always like, "Stop, just stop, stop." Uh,
Do you have anything for the swag report?
okay, I wish you could kind of see everything. I don't know if I can move it all around. Let's see if I can
You
get
know,
it.
we
I'm
have to
like
do a swag report.
surrounded by a whole bunch of sweat. Like I'm surrounded
It
by
is like
swag.
my favorite part of the conference is just
I,
looking at the swag. I'm good.
I
I don't take it home anymore.
the yes. Well, for us when the kids were younger, right? You brought
Yes,
home some of that swag. They were like, "You're the best parent ever."
that's right. Now you're like,
And
oh my gosh, a stressed dinosaur.
yes, and it was very damaging to my marriage, though I will say that Kathy hated it because she was like, in 9 days I'm throwing it all away and everybody's mad at me because it's left everywhere. It was a good time for our relationship. um,
Good times. Good times.
Good times. Like if I come home with all this, she will literally pack me up and down. I do want to make sure I give some love. So Just Works dropped off a mug for me to use this morning for my first coffee. Work fearlessly, grow with confidence,
I
24/7.
love that. I
Right?
love
Just Works.
that.
Thank you so much for this.
That's a great mug. Pick me. You better get me one of
I
those
forgot
mugs.
to. I do have one. I have two, so I got one for you. I'm supposed to do a box for you. Yeah, I got to go to FedEx and spend $700 to mail you all the swag. So
I mean, that'll just make up for at least a fifth of the things I've given you through love.
Oh, I was like, somebody has lied to you about that
Love.
price tag.
No, through love. Through love.
Through love. Where you didn't do yours? What are you drinking from today?
No, I have my 5-star mom because it's spring break. It says,
Who gave that to you though?
sweet baby TJ.
I heard things are not going well with his girlfriend.
No, things are going well with his girlfriend. You just want him to not go well with his girlfriend. Things are great with his girlfriend. His girlfriend's wonderful, and he got to spend time with her family too.
My
And
daughters
so that's
hate me. My daughters hate me because I'm always like, "You're following Sweet Baby TJ, Dad. Stop. We're not on social media. Stop. We're not. I
well,
know.
I mean, for it might be worth it. It might be
Yeah.
worth it, you know.
Listen, I know I'm pretty sure that has come up before, but just to sort of reemphasize, because it came up in conversation, there's lots of things being talked about here at Transform, but one of them is the absolute stereotyping of Gen Z. So I'm excited because we went from stereotyping millennials to
That's right.
stereotyping Gen Z. So I'm super excited about that.
Good.
Yeah, lots of chatter under my breath. Some chatter that I thought was under my breath actually was on a microphone. So you know that there's.
Ah! Oh no.
Oh yes.
Oh gosh.
Listen, everybody. I don't know if you know. Gen Z likes feedback.
Is that what you
Sips,
learned?
sips. John sips water. Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. Good to
I
know.
literally, and I wish I could, and I know this is going to sound bitter, and I really don't mean it to, but I'm not exaggerating when I say 90% of what has been spoken of. If you and I were at this conference 7 years ago, Gen Z could have been replaced by millennials 7 years ago. The
Yeah.
same things. And I'm like, yes, Lauren. Lauren's not lying. Rule of thumb, mics are always hot. Yes, thank you. I know.
Listen, it's
And I
funny you
know
should say
this.
that. I looked at a video and it was talking about Gen X and it was a video from 1994. And it was a bunch of people and it is the exact same thing that you're talking about that we
Right?
say about millennials or, Gen Z. It's all the same. And it's not generational. It's just the time in your life. I mean, it
Yes.
is, but it's just the time in your life as you're
Say it
learning
again.
the world of work,
Say it
right?
again.
That's
Yes.
all it
Yes.
is.
Yes.
All that is.
And we have to make corporate decisions because we'll never attract this talent if we don't. Oh, come on. Stop.
They like nice
Yes.
things.
Yes. So do your managers. So do, listen, we're Gen Xers in love. We like nice things and
That's
feedback as
right.
well.
By
It's
the way,
not.
what are the other things? Because that's boring. So we're transforming. What else
Oh
are
no,
we
that
talking
is
about there?
transforming. That's transforming. I'm never going to be invited back.
You're not. You better
No.
hurry up and
I will
tell us
say,
the
Samara,
wonderful
I love you,
news.
Samara. You've been wonderful. Thank you so much for having Buffalo's Coffee be a part of things. We are really excited to be here at Transform. I will say one of the fun things is having Deal here. Have you seen Deal in the news this week?
No.
Good news. Yeah. Bring it up, right? So they acquired, they're growing like wildfire. And so it's fun to watch them make their jump into the U.S. market a lot with a huge push. And they are here. And so I stopped by and I started talking to them about their acquisition. And they're like, oh, thank you so much for knowing that we did that. I'm like, well, it was on the news. So I don't know if y'all know. It was it was broadcast.
Yeah.
Hi Bob is here, and Hi Bob is killing it. Oh, wait, I got to do it. Hold on. I'm trying to remember to do it. Hi Bob sent over. Let's see if I can do this. Am I upside down? A beach towel.
Glad you're here. That's cute. Hi,
Hi
Bob.
Bob. Thank you, Hi Bob, so much for this. There's
Love it.
right? So, for those of you who don't know, actually, I'm in Florida, so these beach towels get used. They get used, stacks of them. I don't know how. I go in the laundry room to do a load of towels. I'm like, there's only 2 of us living in this house right now. Why are there 9 beach towels? Where y'all been?
Exactly. I use beach towels instead of bath sheets. It's
You
like,
do?
yeah,
I just buy large beach towels. Do you know they sell
yeah,
those?
yeah.
Sam's has them. Of course, I get mine at Sam's.
You still go to Sam's. There's only 2 people.
Listen to me with your attitude. Sam's is.
John has not had enough sleep. See what happens? He spends 2 days in Vegas attitude. I've been seeing you putting up all those pictures of you and Matt Charney, and now you're just a snark.
I will tell you something. That is not a lie. A lot of influence from Charney.
Horror.
I have had a great time with him. He is so funny. But there are some lovelies here. You have been asked for numerous times, by the way. People are like, "Well, where's Jackie? Isn't she coming with you?" I'm like, "Nope." I tried to talk her into it.
I know.
She wouldn't do it.
I
She wouldn't do
know.
it.
You did try, and I just needed a break. Just needed a break.
Okay, so Clear Company is sponsoring the all the Wi-Fi for everybody here, and they dropped off this. It's a really nice bottle. I have to say, it's a really, really nice bottle. So they dropped off. Thank you so much, Clear Co.
That's cute.
This one, I'm obsessed with. This is from Rocket Lure.
Right?
It is a candle. It is berry spice. I really wish that we had 4D right now. This thing smells so good.
You know, I just love that you're doing the swag report because all of us are HR, and you know that's what we love. We just want, what are the goodies?
This is, I'm telling you, if y'all are here, if you're watching, and there are people all around us, by the way. Thank you. Good morning to everybody behind us. Like, if you're here and haven't gone to the Rocket Lawyer booth yet, go. Sign up, sweet talk them into getting one of these candles. This smells so good. And if you pack it in your luggage, don't try to bring it in your carry-on. You can get it through security.
Is Nikki Russell still with you?
Nikki is here. I don't know. No, she's. Let me tell you something. She's standing, and just people are flocking around her. I can't get her attention.
I mean, everybody. I think our millions of fans would love to see Nikki in real life.
I have. So Tamika is here as well. You know Tamika Allen.
Yeah, where's Tamika?
On as well. She's coming to say hi, righty.
Hi, Tamika.
No, she's saying hi to you. She's saying hi to you.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm yelling.
Hold up your tag. Yeah, hold it up to that camera there.
That is so great. Everyone, follow Tamika Allen. She's so great. We've been connected for years.
She said y'all been connected for years.
No, that is true.
She said
years and years and years. What's her favorite part?
She said you are lying.
One of these days, I'm gonna make it up to Waco from Houston.
Yes.
Come on.
I said one of these days I'm gonna make it up to Waco.
Oh, Tamika's in Houston, so she's going to come down and see you at the compound there in Waco. Why you shake your head?
Ain't no compound. It is not a compound here. Why is he always doing that? No.
Jackie wants to know what favorite session you've seen so far.
Oh, very interesting. The mental health, is it legal or social responsibility?
Oh, is mental health a legal or social responsibility?
That's a good one.
And what was the decision?
Essentially, we landed at both.
Oh, it's both. Welcome to HR. It depends.
And I mean, the legal is a given, but the commissioner from the EEOC was there.
Oh, yes. So my new BFF, Keith Sonderling, right? Is that who's there? I love Keith Sonderling. I mean, we had dinner together the other night from he's from the EEOC. I adore him. We're going to have him on. And that is tough. We're going to have him on one week. He's going to come on Buffer's Coffee and hang out with us.
God, it's beautiful.
Hilarious.
He was hilarious, and he highlighted just due to burnout from the pandemic, increased
he talked
claims
about,
of
and this is what people don't understand, I would say, about the EEOC. Like, they really are desiring to make things work for the employee and the employer, right? They really are. And so we talked about burnout and all of the effects of that. So,
because we can hear Tamika. I think Tamika's great, and I appreciate you.
She thinks you're great. She says that to everyone. I wouldn't take that as a compliment. She's not usually honest.
See what happens? I'm never letting you go by yourself anywhere.
This is what you get. This is what you get for not coming. You get all the spiciness. Now, let me share this one. Look at this bomber jacket from Disco.
I want that bomber jacket.
This is, thank you, Disco, so much. Is this awesome? Look at this.
Wow, that's a great piece of swag.
How fun is that?
That's a great piece of swag.
Isn't that good? Isn't that good? Yes, everybody all of a sudden wants a piece of this swag. Everybody's been sleeping through the other stuff. Everybody's waking up wanting to come tackle me for this jacket. I mean, Tracy Sponenberg's here. She just came out of nowhere, right for this jacket. Right for this jacket.
Hi.
Jackie. Hi. Oh, what?
I know you can't see her. I mean,
No.
you can't hear her.
Oh, okay. I can't. I'm gonna go. Bye.
It's enough. I know. Listen, I'm super proud that we got that much from Tracy. I'm
That's a
pumped
lot
about that.
because she's
Oh,
famous.
She has come a long way. I'm not. That's not a demeaning
No, super
statement that I just
famous.
made. Not
We
at
are
all.
honored and humbled.
Absolutely famous. She's crushing it as a fractional HR practitioner. Crushing it. So crushing it. Really traveling all over the place. Much better career than I have at the moment. So congratulations.
Listen, we have to tell them. I can't believe my girlfriends, last week were very disappointed because of the microphone at Talent Net. And now
Yes.
my phone is blowing up. They're very disappointed. They said we do not have adequate sound for a But First Coffee. And we don't. I can't believe that's the podcast booth. They need to have
I'm in the podcast. So everybody, in case you came on late, I am in the podcast zone area. It is set up right next to like the innovation stage. I have to say, I know it's a design layout flaw. They have already taken a note. They're going to make changes for next year, so we're not going to hate it. It's a lesson learned. It's all good, but we appreciate the fact that you feel so passionately about
That's
it.
right. That's right.
As we do. I do want to make sure I do the Transform gave out these water bottles to everybody today, right? So you all know in Vegas, it's dry as dry can be.
Yes.
Because it's by this day in the conference. I'm not kidding you when I tell you I probably have seen 3 or 4 people this morning holding tissues to their nose because of the nosebleeds.
Yes.
Because it gets so dry, right?
It's way dry. Way dry.
So the water is a real thing. I got dropped off. Work Vivo is here. Hi, Work Vivo. Thank you so much for being here. They gave me coffee to take home. Coffee and chocolate is what they've got in their gift. So they gave me a bag of coffee to take home with me, as well as the chocolate bar to go along with it. So super, super grateful. Thank you for coffee, because you all know we're But First Coffee. So
That's right.
coffee.
We love coffee cups. Mwah.
All of it. All of it. I will say our friends are here.
Greenhouse.
Yes. Greenhouse, just been a good week for them as well. They are sharing some things as well in terms of what is happening from their perspective. It's we're at a tech related conference, right, everybody? So in case you haven't been to Transform, part of the conversation really has to do with HR technology and the way it's being utilized. So it's going to sound a little self-serving because some of the companies that we're going to talk about what they're doing to solve problems. It's not a sales pitch. It's just what it is. Like, that's why they're in existence, and they should brag about what they're doing.
It's so difficult. I think we don't. It's another place to have that connection with other people. But then that's the question. How can we use technology to get that connection? And I did want to hopefully hear about some of the winners of technology. I know that they've had different competitions and things that were going on.
This morning? Did you see the announced winners?
I'm looking at that.
Yes, they had. They did a whole thing yesterday. Well, Yeba, she has her newsletter one yesterday. The I Hate It Here one.
Yeah, I love that. I'm so jealous of that name. Like, I hate it here. I'm like, same.
UKG is giving me a signal.
Pat Waters won an award from them.
I got dental floss, brush my teeth.
I love that kiss.
Right? But now let me ask you a question. Did you have a pencil case like this when you were young? Remember the pencil cases like this?
I did have a pencil case like that when I was a kid.
I kept my 6-inch ruler and my pencils in here when I was in Catholic school. A case just like this. Where's all my Catholic school people? Epiphany of Our Lord, South Philly. I mean, we all had our pencil cases like this.
Yes, I know you have that. Look at that. I don't know if everybody's heard of ShiftMed. It looks like it was won Transformative Tech of the Year.
And now that one I've not talked to. No, I have not yet. What does it say that they do? There are a lot of people here.
It says Transformative Enablement. I don't know about the company, but I did see that they won an award. their website and all their logos are really great this year. I'm kind of jealous. I've been having FOMO looking at all the pictures.
I know. I mean, it's been a good time. Look at this. When sent over a tape measure.
See?
The posted note with it said, "We heard about your OnlyFans page," and they
Stop.
gave me the tape measure.
That is a lie. I hate him. Why did I decide to do anything with him?
And they gave it to me already extended to a particular length. I don't know why.
Look, he thinks it's fun. And he doesn't drink and he doesn't eat sugar. So it's literally the air in Las Vegas that's making him act like that. And he doesn't eat sugar or drink. He's literally, well, he does eat sugar. It's a problem.
It is a problem.
It's a
And
whole problem.
I will have a beverage. I had a Negroni last night. I had a beverage with dinner. You know, my 68-year-old Negroni. Right here I am. I'm here for my 4 o'clock dinner and a Negroni.
I mean, I know you'll drink. I'm just saying, I know that's not what's hitting you right now.
Oh no! Although there are mimosas aplenty on the floor right now. Everybody's walking around with their mimosa. Yeah, they get people all hepped up here. They've been
Is
drinking
it
since
3
yesterday.
days?
Yes.
A lot of
And
mimosas.
tonight we end with you are going to love this. We have to go to Dre's nightclub. We end with a concert from Flo Rida.
Are you serious? Because nothing says H or like Flo Rida. Are you practicing all your moves?
I'm going to be up there. I'm one of the background dancers. They already have
Are
me
you
set
learning
up.
all the songs?
I mean, I know them all, but I don't have to do anything that's like all the dance moves I have down. I'm actually going to be doing it so I can make Flo look a little bit better in some of his dance
Good
moves,
idea.
right? So trying.
Good idea.
I'm working hard. I will say, you asked for some other conversations that have been had. It's been really interesting to hear, to see how many sessions are going on here around compensation and pay, and various ways to sort of solve for areas of inequity as well as accessibility.
Mm. Oh,
Because
look
we
at
have,
that. People don't want DEIB, but they want DEIB. Fancy that.
Yeah, because I know that there are industries that some of our listeners are part of, and so they don't necessarily have the frame of reference that what it's like in some other industries. But I will tell you, if you're in manufacturing and distribution, hospitality and retail, there's a population of people who, honestly, they want daily pay. Like, they want to have access to their wages on demand,
Yes.
because they're struggling to make ends meet. And I don't know that everybody really realizes that. Sometimes I think people think it's like some sort of like political anecdote, but that's not true.
No, it's giving people to know, and also if they're looking. I mean, the gig economy is permanent now, especially through 2020, where people are picking up side hustles, and so you kind of need to for your own well-being, a way to balance all of those things and know where you're at, and see if you need to pick up a shift or delivery service. There's lots of people that fall into that category.
100%, and it's not like you should be grateful that we're letting you access your pay each day. No, actually, that shouldn't be the response. The response should be, it's pretty difficult and expensive for you to afford groceries in New York City, isn't
Right.
it? Yeah, it is.
It's a responsible thing to do.
So there's definitely been conversations about that, as well as pay equity. So yeah, compensation benchmarking from a competitive standpoint, but also pay equity from a obviously looking at the way in which people doing similar work not only are coming into the organization, but more of it is about as they stay, how screwed are they because they stay?
Yes.
How much do you underpay them? Compared to others you're bringing in further along who leave and come back. All of those studies, some of these companies are talking about.
That's why people are being encouraged to stay only 5 years. After 5 years, you are usually not going to be able to get the compensation that you deserve, and it's like houses. Like, at that point, you're in a different salary bracket.
Yep. And the other thing though that we're finding, and that came up, is the fact that even though we've been increasing wages, we've seen this, right? We see stories right now about the $20 Big Mac or the $20 Five Guys burger, and it's like,
Yes.
yeah, you want me to pay more to people? No problem. I got to raise my prices to cover these costs now. And
Yes.
I'm not here to be mad at McDonald's or Five Guys because I don't know their P&L, right? I have no idea what their financial status is. But I will say, then that's because we keep trying to solve for the wrong problem. We keep
That's right.
trying to solve for the wrong problem. Just increase wages. That can't be the answer because then we just have to raise prices. Like that's not the answer.
Not saying that wages don't need to be increased,
No.
but there is a bigger problem here, and I think that's what we can't just keep throwing money at it. We have to look at the core issues that are causing these inequities in the first place.
Yes. Now I will say, speaking of inequity, Foles Health.
Yeah.
They gave me a pill thing.
What they trying to say, John?
What are they trying to say?
I
First of
need
all,
one. Listen,
I already have one. So there. But
you got all your pills, your daily pills.
I want to just say, because people who know me, I take tons of vitamins. I can't fit them all in this. I need a bigger one. But this though leads me to the other thing that's been talked about, which is well-being and health. There are absolutely some technologies that are pushing hard for a different approach to the way in which well-being as a whole is being addressed, including access to healthcare. So I'm not just talking about insurance, but access to opportunities for healthcare aside from traditional copay related engagements with the primary physician. So obviously you're looking at tech-based, AI-based chats. What are your symptoms? Are you experiencing this? Are you experiencing that? So almost like first tier nurse aid, rather, in that regard of like meeting people where they are. And so you never have to don't leave your home. You don't have to go to Minute Clinic, or you don't have to do this. You're going to do it all. And it's AI. It's not a real person.
Really?
It's popping in things, and they are giving you.
You know what? That's going to get people the right health care. I just heard a thing. They're trying to experiment in certain markets where that the public service that you would normally get for help, for aid, are also starting to prescribe things like housing. Like, you need food, better food.
Yes.
You won't have these health issues, or the well-being concerns, like your high blood pressure. We could also solve it by getting you adequate housing, because if you're stressed out because of these environmental causes, instead of throwing a medication and $5 at it and telling you to join the YMCA.
Medication, right? $5.
That's what it is. Here's your coupon.
Listen, I will say first, that is absolutely correct. The second thing I'll say is send me the coupons. I still cut them. I'm happy to have them.
I love coupons.
I just want to make sure Sparrow gets a little love.
That's
Sparrow
cute.
Is leave management software. Sparrow has been pushing hard for, right, so they are tech-based leave management, not consultative leave management. So if you're just looking for a software to work with, Sparrow can do that. But you still may need someone who understands it to speak to your staff. So but they're a partnership, right, in that regard. So Sparrow sent over some chocolate.
Anybody else think it's weird is it chocolate?
Yeah. Their whatchamajigger, their logo and symbol is a sparrow, is a bird, so that's what's on this.
Got it.
And then that's a chocolate egg, like the sparrow laid an egg.
That's kind of cute.
And it's yellow. It's like a broken egg. It's honestly, it's actually painful now that I think about it. We shouldn't have. It's very deep. The bird is staring at their unfertilized egg. That's harsh.
That's depressing.
And they're trapped together in a box. That is really
They're
sad.
trapped. I know why the cage bird sings. That's all I'm saying.
Now I'm going to ask a dumb question. You've read that book, yes?
Yes. Yes.
Y'all, if anybody listening to us has never read I Know Why the Cage Bird Sings, that's your weekend homework assignment. Go get that
Yes.
book and read it. Go get that book and read it. Oh my gosh. The other thing that's but connected to what you just shared in terms of well-being is financial betterment, like financial opportunity for people to have access to things that listen, we have companies, I won't say names, but I know some, who only allow access to financial support if you sign up for the 401k. Unless you sign up for the 401k, you won't have any access to financial support as a benefit in the organization, which means you won't have a financial advisor to kind of talk to about it. And some companies will say, and the only conversation that they can have with you as a financial advisor is about your retirement plan. They cannot talk to you about your
Wow.
overall, right? Because we as a company don't want to take on that liability. The problem with that is, and you and I both know this because we have, 20 somethings that we, have born and raised, who, if it weren't for us in many ways, they weren't really getting much education regarding financial health
That's right.
within a traditional education system. So the workplace, I have to tell you, there are platforms here that are pushing hard to say it's not a hard ad. It's not a hard ad. Add this opportunity for tech access to financial betterment and let your staff have the opportunity to talk through their own financial situation, how they can't make ends meet. What can we do to be supportive in that? It isn't just raising wages. It's how is spend happening? What kind of brackets are you finding yourself in? Do you know that there are some tax opportunities for you that will help you? You're doing your taxes on TurboTax or whatever it is on your own. You don't know that you qualify for some of these other things because no one's really advising
That's
you.
right.
As an organization that you work for, here's a perk of working here. You have access to talk to somebody about those things. I mean, I've seen 3 different platforms so far that are doing something in that vein.
I mean, I didn't know until I was in my 30s that you could just open a 401k plan with whoever you want. Like I thought you had to go to work and you had to get it offered or for those types of things. And I mean, quite frankly, we see it especially, in the after times that organizations, they don't want food, they
In
don't
the
want
after
pinball
times, when
machines,
is that?
you know, after. We have, PC and AC, pre-COVID, after COVID. And it's like, I don't want to go in the office. I don't care about your free lunch. I don't care about your sleeping rooms. I don't care about your ping pong
Yes.
machines. These are the things I need. I need growth for retirement. I need college access. I need
Yep.
a place for rest and wellness. I need to get my kids a better education. Like
Absolutely, absolutely, and the fact that we have to have this conversation is really funny because those that are in leadership positions within organizations right now, many of them had these exact thoughts 20 years ago about the
yes,
support they needed, and when they get to these senior roles, they forgot that that's
yes,
what they needed, and so why would you withhold it from the crew that's there that's 20 years behind you, right? I do
that's
want to
right.
make sure I give Mob Squad some love. So um, Mob Squad.
Do you know that 100% maple syrup? Do you know how hard that is to get?
I saw people milking trees over the
Yes.
weekend. Is that what it's called? Somebody correct me. I don't know if
It's
that's.
not. I don't think it's called. I don't think that's what it's called.
It looked
But
painful. They shoved this thing into the tree. I was like, oh. I did see that, but they said, "Look at this, 100% maple syrup." I don't know how I feel about 100%. I'm from Philly. I'm
you
all
want
about
fake.
that.
You want the
I
fake.
want
You want the
Mrs. Butterworth
Mrs. Butterworth. You
and
want
John.
Butterworth. How did I know that? I knew you wanted Mrs. John used to have a crush on Mrs. Butterworth.
Look, that girl is fine. She is shapely and sweet as sugar, so I'm happy. Why do you make me say these things? What is
Because
your
it's fun
problem?
for me. It's just fun. Poor Kathy. Literally, Kathy and Todd, the poor things.
First of all, no poor Todd anything. Last week, my man was in his element. He was super happy.
He was so happy. People
He
were
was
very
super.
happy to meet him. And they were like, oh my gosh, your husband is like smart, nice, and funny.
So
Yeah.
let me take. Yes, I do want the high fructose maple flavored corn syrup. I don't discriminate my syrups. I don't discriminate myself. So, listen, I will say to you, so Jackie and I, if you didn't watch us last week, we were live at Talent Net in Austin. We didn't talk about this because it happened after our session. Y'all, we were in a movie theater. They came and brought us lunch to our seats.
Yes, they
With
did.
snacks, bottomless popcorn. We had these nerd gummy things that are like
So good.
outrageously good. 1,000 grams of sugar per serving or whatever.
I'm still dreaming of movie popcorn and those nerds. I could eat just that all day.
Well, we did for about 4 hours that afternoon.
Yeah, we did. I was laughing. John kept handing me more nerd packets so I could, get my fill. Because he
And
knew
then-
I wanted them and I wasn't
Yeah,
going
but
to have.
you were like,
Finally, I was like,
take 2 nerds and add 3 pieces of popcorn. Put it all in your mouth at the same time. Isn't that good? Isn't that good?
best snack ever. It was the best snack ever.
It was really good. I do, we have the obligatory stuff. Pendo is here. You know Pendo.
Yes. I love Pendo. That is. Okay, got it.
So I have to bring this home to Milo.
He
So-
is so cute.
Because my dog, and I just want to say, I won't need this to be for posterity, because after I give it to Milo, probably 34 seconds, this thing
I
is
was about to say, take a picture. He's not going to look like that. I do want to see him next week on Buttworth Coffee. I want to see.
This poor dinosaur is going to be like just a shell of the stuffed animal it is right now next week. My dog has no love at all. He loves them, but rips them apart. And he's got these razor like Chucky teeth. It's awful the way he treats things.
He's a dog.
Oh yeah, I should tell people Milo's a dog in case they don't know.
In case they think it's like your kid. Milo is John's dog.
And Milo is like, can do no wrong in my house at all.
We had to take Brooklyn to the emergency vet.
You didn't tell me
Brooklyn had a
that.
rash last week. He had a full rash, turned red. It was scratching his skin off. He was scratching his hair off. They had to give him antibiotics. They said
that
it's just an
nervous?
allergy attack. It's like my sister. They said that he gets seasonal allergies. And because of the weather change,
It demonstrates as a rash on his chest. Ooh,
yes, like allergic to like the grass on his chest.
no.
Horrible. I don't know how Shih Tzus have made it this far.
I want to say though, you brought up something that I know is going to set you off, so I want to make sure I bring it up now that
Okay.
we're sufficiently through. I have not found any inclusion and equity based tech.
Nothing.
Pay equity. So
Okay.
what I would say is in maybe some defined veins of an
You were
inclusive-
ready for that. That's where you were like,
Okay, just defined veins, right? Because I know that there's a couple with sort of like the slapped on sticker of DE&I compatible. I don't know what that means, but it's compatible. It's not. We don't. DE&I isn't handled by an open API. I just want to make sure people
right,
know that, right?
right. I wish it was. It's just not that easy. I wish
But
it was.
nothing that is like sort of direct messaging on diversity and inclusion. I have not found it yet.
I wish I
Now,
was.
if somebody's here, if somebody is here and wants to correct me, honestly, I'm open to that. Please don't think I just.
No, but from a tech perspective, because we know there's people there, there's people that have been celebrating. We know it's been a topic. We're talking about just from the whatever booth. Like
So here's a great example. Now you and I should create this, and if somebody does it, y'all owe us $3 million. Don't take this idea until Jackie and I get it done. But there's I think an opportunity in the marketplace, for instance, for community regarding EAG, ERG support.
Yes.
That can be supported through a tech platform to help give people resources and access to communities to share best practices and things. Because we know there are some larger enterprise organizations that have been doing this for a while, this kind of work. And we have companies that are in the mid-market space that are trying to add these things to their inclusion and equity plan, but they don't have a lot of resources or money to spend on
I
something.
love that. And that's a real ERG that I think is valuable because I'm anti-ERG, but I'm for
Yes,
ERGs.
yeah.
Meet collaborating with other people from other organizations, because then we're not just toxic talking about our boss, right? Now we're talking about things that work. I want to know why your box sucks so I feel better. And I also want to be able to hear, how are you navigating that space? I mean, that's what we're
Right.
trying to do, right? We're all in this thing. I'm sure, it's like I want to meet from other people. I think that's so valuable, or other mentors that don't have a liability for telling me what's going on in the organization. Because that's what sucks. When you're a leader, you still want to be a part of these organizations, and you can't.
That's right, and I think there are new. The other thing you make me think of is like for those companies that do inclusion councils, as an example,
Yes.
that have sort of moved beyond that ERG business ERG kind of perspective, but really are doing
Yes.
inclusion councils. That the history of inclusion councils is actually a very short one at this point
Yes.
in work history. So to find a way for some of those organizations that are doing those to have
Yes.
a place to be able to teach others how to
Yeah.
share best
Partner.
practices. Right.
Because all of this is supposed to be innovative and collaborate. We can have that collaborative spirit, and we want to learn how to get involved. And trust me, in the next year, this community is so important. Have you seen any good community building software? I was just wondering if they have, like, I mean, we don't see these anymore,
Yeah.
right? Remember
Yeah.
intranet, and we'd have our
Yes.
own thing. Do we see any more communication
There are,
technology?
I would say, on the innovation booth side, right? So the itty bitties, when they're really startup level, there are some that are integrating with like your Slack channels or your Teams channels and helping you to cull that data a bit differently and create forums for that. Absolutely. Do I think though that it is and this is not disparaging to what they're doing because I think they're doing it well, but do I think that when you're in a pseudo recessionary environment and spend has been pulled back, that we're going to have companies with an appetite for that right now? Unfortunately, no. I think they're going to say you already have a Slack channel. Just create another channel for this. And you're like, okay, well, there's 712 Slack channels right now in our company.
That's right. When Jeremy and I worked together, and people are like, "Should I open a Slack channel?" We're like, "No." And he was like, he opened one. It was like, "What's Jackie having for lunch?" And I used to just like put it in every day because it was just ridiculous. There were so many
Yes.
freaking channels.
And to be fair, if you have that much time to read all 712 Slack channels, you cannot be doing your work. There's no way.
And when
It's just
I took off last week and came back, and there's like 700, and you're reading them, and
yes.
you're going through all this emotional turmoil
And
as you're
somebody's
reading it. It's like
I
highs
hope
and
somebody
lows.
is here. Is somebody here from Slack? If you're here from Slack, come in this chat right now. If somebody is here from Slack, the threads icon on my left menu, when that says bolded white, and I can't find the chat that I have not gone into yet to get rid of it from
That's right.
being bold white. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
I have moments of obsessive compulsive moments. I'm not saying I'm diagnosed. I'm not here to belittle it. I'm just going to say I have moments of it that I cannot do anything else but focus all my attention on trying to find why I still am bolded in white under threads.
That's the hope.
Help me, Slack, help me.
Please help.
Please, I'm asking for help.
I'm begging
Don't belittle me.
for help.
I'm asking for help, please. There's a couple of other good ones that I want to make sure I say. I don't know where I got this though. Do you know where I got this? Evan White is here, everybody. Evan White is here.
Where's Evan White?
Come around.
Tell him I said hello.
He's coming to say hi.
Hello.
There he is.
Hi.
So before John's show, I walked around and got dozens of the toys.
Evan is responsible for most of the swag that.
Yes.
And Cal and Molly from the team.
Ooh.
What is this?
Oh, like an iPad holder? Or like, no, I know what that is.
Live or something.
Yeah.
We are live.
This is like
I
a
love the
whiteboard.
swag report.
This is like a glass whiteboard.
Oh.
So you're gonna do a little like.
Look at this.
Oh.
It
Whoa.
plugs in.
It lights up.
Whoa.
It lights up.
And then
I
draw
love
on
that.
it with your
Right
pen.
on it. So I'll do it. I'll use it next week, and I'll do one that says "But first coffee."
Yes.
And then I'm swinging.
Do it.
Swinging.
I'll get you more things.
So yeah, I mean, people have these creative things. Who would do a little light up whiteboard? Wait, I have a friend for you.
I don't know if John ever knows
Just
he's
come
on
and say hi.
camera. Look,
Just
he's just waving at the people.
I just can't help it. The people demand it. Just come say hi. Real quick. Just
The
say
people
hi.
demand
I'm gonna
it.
sit down, but first coffee.
Oh, look who it is!
Hey.
Ah,
Yeah, right. Yes. So
Hold
Jackie
that.
wants to know.
he's my favorite. I'm very disappointed. It should be But First Coffee with George LaRoche.
So George is going to take the dog toy instead.
Oh, it's a dog
He
toy.
has a squeaker and everything. Walk around, kind of just tearing into it with your mouth. Nobody knows. I'm sure.
Did you tell
John, ask George what his favorite tech
heard
is so
about the
far.
I haven't seen them though.
She wants to know what your favorite part of this has been so far. What's something that you saw?
Other than hanging out with John.
Oh, George.
Yes. Other than that, the tech.
She read your lips. She knew what you said there. Yeah, tech-wise.
Tech-wise, I'm gonna say I really like the startup area. They're not quite crammed in. I'm seeing. I'm excited to take in. I've heard so many good things about MeBeBot. Did we talk about them?
No, we haven't yet.
Um,
Beth White and BB-Bot.
Yeah.
You haven't helped me.
So when I met them years ago, they launched their bot before the big AI craze right now, and now I guess they've got a lot. They've run with it. So it's a really good example of a early stage founder, like seeing the market, taking feedback, and doing all the right things.
Yes.
So I'm excited about them.
Jackie, have you seen MeBeBot? Have you
No,
the platform
I'm
yet?
gonna look it up.
I'll have Beth send it over to you. Just the demo and stuff. And Bennett is working with Beth there as well. So
Love that.
Yes. Yeah. Any others? No, it's okay.
Yeah,
It's okay if he says no.
I've been.
No, she just asked for one. So
Yeah,
the
and
rest of it.
it's more. I think the show is really good for connections. Really good for.
Yes.
It's very manageable. It's so that's what I've been spending my time doing. Can they see you, or is it just me?
No, it's just you, George.
They don't want to see me.
People want to see you. This is the money shot. Here. You just have to do with the next button or two. Unbutton yours.
Naughty. John Baldino has problems.
All right, now I'm taking you off. I mean, I will say, George and I have been hanging out. I love this man.
I love George.
I know. He's doing great stuff. If you're not following Work Tech out there, please get on that and do it.
I love George LaRoche.
I will tell you
LaRoche.
something. If you are in the tech space, yeah, I called for you before. Don't give all kinds of attitude. Come on. But I will. Let me finish with George. If you're in the tech space, I mean this legitimately. If you're in the tech space and you're not following some of his research, what's happening in terms of the products that are being sold, for what they're being sold for, what VCs and private equity companies are looking for, what their money.
Yes.
There's money, y'all. I sat in an ADP Ventures one yesterday. ADP wants to spend boku bucks investing in tech platforms, boku bucks. And they went through all the criteria of what they're looking for. It's there to be had. Okay, I have to turn the camera. You've got all your throngs of fans. I'm going to try to go backwards. Jenny, come in. Come in.
Look who it is.
Look at all the fun fans that are here.
Hi. Okay, John, you've got to ask a question. We have 33 questions.
Yeah, we wish you were here.
They miss you. They said you're
So
a
much.
loser for not coming back.
Catching all of those. It's so good to see everybody. It's so weird to see y'all in person.
So you can tell her that too.
Oh,
I love it.
What am I telling
I said I embraced my white all because of Jackie. So
you? Yes. See what you're doing? You're influencing tons of people. Nikki is our longtime fan. I will say this about Nikki though. But first day, She referred to But First Coffee as my show, But First Coffee. That's what she said. I was
Hey.
like, oh, I don't know. But I love that. Then you will love this because I guarantee you your mom did this. George said, that sounds like, this is George. George said, it sounds like my mom used to talk about her shows during the day that she would watch.
Yes.
My shows, right? Do you remember that? I
That's
said,
right. I gotta
forgot
watch my shows.
I got to watch my shows. My
Yeah.
mom used to say the same thing, and I forgot
Yes.
all about that. So
We
let
are
me
your
tell you
shows.
that Nikki feels like this
We
is
do
hers.
too.
So,
We do too. Yes, the But First
Super fun.
Coffee family.
Super fun. We've had all kinds of people.
Listen. Oh,
I have my headset on, so it doesn't
I
say.
love lattice. That's a lattice hat, right?
Yep.
John, I
This
guess
is
it
my
looked good on you. Sending
this
me
is
the
my
hat.
Jamiroquai. No, this is my
Um,
Jamiroquai. Remember Jamiroquai?
I just looked at him. Y'all look at him. He can't see himself. You would not be doing that. If you
I saw
could.
myself. Listen. I'm a fool for the show. We have to be. We have to be. I ran into someone. I'm going to talk to you afterwards. By the way, I ran into someone who said, "I hope that Jackie doesn't hate me anymore." And I was like, "I wouldn't bet on it." So
Obviously, it's somebody who doesn't know me very well, as I can tell.
we'll talk later. But
What time is it? 6 minutes. You're gonna have to spill them beans. Spilling them.
I wanted. There was a couple other things. First of all, besides the tape measure, also gave me a Rubik's cube. Y'all, let me tell you something. Did I ever tell you this? I don't think I ever shared this with you. When I was in 8th grade, I was in the Rubik's Cube Club. 7th or 8th grade, I can't remember.
Of course you were. Of course
I
you
was.
were.
Somebody else, please, who's watching, please don't leave me alone on this one. Was anybody else involved with the Rubik's Cube Club? I was in middle school. I'm telling you the truth. And we created a whole standard operating procedure guide of how to solve the Rubik's Cube. I'm not kidding. That's what we
still
did for our
compete.
project.
They still have Rubik's Cube competitions.
Do you know who's really good at doing that? You know who does Rubik's Cubes competition?
Who?
You would fall over. I'm not kidding. Justin Bieber. The Biebs can solve this thing in no time. I'm dead serious. In no time.
I had no idea.
This kid, it's annoying, right? Because he's a great musician, he's good looking, he can sing, and he can do the Rubik's Cube. It's not fair.
Some people have it all.
This is going to be and I saved this till towards the end because you're going to have a hard time, right? So here's Wagmo. Tennis balls from Wagmo. Why? Why do you say are there tennis balls from Wagmo? Because Wagmo sponsored the entire back right side of the expo hall with a large area for puppies. All the puppies. And everybody can go in. There's a line to get in there. Sit down with a puppy. It's like mental health, calming you down, that whole thing.
I love it when people bring kitties and puppies.
Nobody wants any kitties. Nobody bring any kitties. Nope. I don't care. They're not in a protected class. Don't bring me any kitties. But
they ain't no protected class, he says.
The puppies are, I have to even say, because you all know that I have a hate relationship with Milo.
Yes.
I just kept sending pictures to my executive producer. I'm like, look what's here. And she is like, you're like, I think they're the winner as far as
I think they would be the winner. I love the swag report. It is so important. You know, I just feel like
we just have so much love. Really, people love us so much. I mean, in UKG, really, I have to say again, they kept dropping off stuff like I'm the HR goat. I mean, isn't that really nice? That is so sweet of them.
You definitely are the HR goat.
You.
You're
the schmoopy. This is
You're the schmoopy.
I'm gonna freeze this bad boy and pop this on tomorrow on my plane ride home because
that's a good idea.
these things ain't lying. And especially after I do Flow Rida tonight, I'm gonna look like
Your hips won't lie tonight. Your hips won't lie watching Flow
Let me tell
Rida.
you something. I will say I have not been coddled in any way yet. No hands have found their way around my pelvic area, so it has been a win of an HR conference so far. It's the truth. It is the truth. But there's still one night to go, so it may happen tonight. I'll let y'all know.
It hasn't happened at an HR conference? What?
I know. Well, and then here's the funny thing about stuff like that, and I'm just being honest. When you come for years and people find their way to sort of like, cup your rear end casually as they're trying to like pass you on the expo floor, you take those moments and you're like, I must still have some level of attractiveness. When it doesn't happen anymore, it does kind of hurt a little bit. You're like, I passed.
No one has tried to offend me, and so I'm a little hurt.
I'm a little hurt. So this comes back to the therapy moments that I was talking about before. This is why it's so important.
This is why people are giving away chocolate.
North Star is newer, so that's why I want to make sure I give them a little shout out as well. I don't know that you.
That's a cool.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
And they're making fresh, each day that they've been here, fresh s'mores cookies. The smell is up because we
gotta get back out there, y'all.
You have to. Oh, Josh. Hey, Josh. What's up, buddy? Lots of love here for you. I just want to make sure you know that people are missing you greatly. So the wrap up on this is I highly recommend Transformed for those of you maybe on next year's budget. If you are looking to kind of be in the tech space, innovation connection area, I think George said it really well. This conference is of a size where you really can have meaningful conversations around tech platforms. What problems are you really trying to solve for? And here's the problems that we're finding in our organization. Is there alignment? Is there partial alignment? Is there ways in which we can pick a couple of pieces of technology to partner together to solve for some of what we're dealing with? This is a great place to be able to have those conversations. So,
and I'd love for people to tell us, how do you want us to work these conferences? But First Coffee is getting asked and invited to do conferences. I love swag reports, and I think me and John would be just infinitely qualified to do swag reports. But I'd love to know, how would y'all like us to cover these conferences? Tell you what we learned going into various sessions. Do you want us to collect coffee mugs? Let us know in the chat.
This is a tattoo. No. They have tattoo. They want me to put
for life. HR for life.
And which I will not put on. But I will, but they have like the water basin to like dip my arm in so that it's water based and they'll, it'll transfer onto my skin. First of all,
6 weeks you'll have that thing.
And it'll be impartial. It'll be kind of in part because I've got all this hair. Ain't nothing get through this Italian hair. It's like Brillo, y'all. This tattoo ain't staying there.
That's why we do want you to do it, for our own entertainment.
For the guns, baby.
That's right. I love it.
I love you so much. We miss you.
I love you too. Well, have fun. Be safe. Make good choices.
Maybe. Okay.
And tell me all about it. Thanks, everyone, for joining us on But First Coffee. Clink, clink. Regular time next week. Regular time.